G'day sandbaggers and welcome back to the clubhouse. It's been a massive few weeks for us here at Park Media. We had a false start last week. We're going to try and recreate the magic of that this week. This is as far as I've gotten in this intro over the last few weeks, boys. It's good to see you all back in the clubhouse. As 2025 starts to take shape for us, we hope it is taking shape for you sandbaggers. This month, February, has been jam-packed with a lot of things. It's been jam-packed with big announcements. The Aussie Masters was announced, boys. The Buzzsaw was released in yet another Discraft plastic. Did anyone notice the Buzzsaw release? Did anyone see anything to do with that? Oh, I missed it completely, yeah. I've got no idea.
What's the Buzzsaw? Got no idea.
Yeah. Happening under decidedly less fanfare than the release of the Buzzsaw, gentlemen, the Tassie Open happened. So we saw our first major of the year. But all that and more later. The other thing that happened in February, it was Valentine's Day during last month, boys. So I thought, it's not a huge disc golf holiday. There's not a huge lot of Valentine's Day tournaments. But I thought I would take a stab at what the rest of the crew may have done and written on their Valentine's Day cards. And let's see if we can guess who which intro is for. Now, the first one I've got here is a man whose Valentine's Day card to prospective suitors may just have read, "I'll film you from behind, but only if you're in the top four." Who do you reckon that is, gentlemen?
That could be anyone.
Could be anyone?
We're a sorted bunch.
I think there's one guy that likes to film from behind, though.
Hey, catch cam's my preferred angle.
It has to be.
Kyle the
Kyle
Quiff
Herbertson.
Herbertson, yes.
Oh.
How are they coming out, Kyle?
Hopefully better than the audio on the stream. They can hear us, so it's just a bit of a delay, but hopefully it will fix itself up over the course of the stream. So, yeah, looking good. I'm
Awesome.
just glad that we've got internet and that it's not stuttery as all hell. So, it's a start, people.
It's a nice upgrade. You're
Yeah.
right.
Matty, you got anything?
Yeah, Kyle, I was sleuthing as
All
I
the
do.
way through our setup. Remember to do that.
Well,
Remember
yeah,
to do
yeah,
this
yeah.
thing.
First of all, your hair's looking fantastic on screen tonight. Very Lego-ish. No, I was obviously sleuthing through Instagram and I got recommended an account that I think Jason ended up following, blowing the cover of this of this reveal. But can you tell us a little something about this other account, this burner account you've got, and this photo that is your display picture? Where are you? How old are you? You look uncharacteristically happy.
It's just I hadn't met you yet, Maddie. No, this is my personal account, and that photo was taken in 2019. Would you believe?
So you do have a personality outside of disc golf. This is what I'm getting from this.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you put it to rest.
No, fair enough.
Alrighty, the next one. Now he's not here tonight, but I'm gonna do his Valentine anyway. All right, this guy wrote to his Valentine, "Hey baby, my bedroom game is much like Inverleigh. Long, uncomfortable, repetitive, and I get casual relief from bushes." Who's that one?
Gosh.
It has to be Dean Feely.
Yeah.
Geelong local, yeah.
He would love that too.
Yeah, he does. He does, and I did text it to him and say this is the Valentine you'll have read out tonight, Dean. But he's not with us tonight. He's playing darts. So, boys, Dean's done the impossible and managed to find a more niche, random sport to play during the week
That
than
could be
disc golf.
why he's not here, because you showed him that intro.
It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe
He's
scared
actually
him off.
down at Inverleigh as
Yeah.
we speak, yeah.
Well, he can go to Parked HR if he wants.
Yeah, you might be
Which
putting
is,
your head on a dartboard. at
yeah.
This.
Yeah, well, he can
Yes.
go to Parked HR if he wants, which is me. So, next one. Let's see how you go with this one. "Hey girl, your Hinge profile said you were cart friendly, but I feel like I'm pushing it uphill to get you to go out with me."
There's only one man on this couch that's appropriate for, and it's the man who doesn't own a Zuka cart and yet is buying a Zuka cart.
Of course, it's on the way, and you boys are bringing it
It's gotta
home
be
from
Matty
Sizzle Falls.
Faz, right?
Yeah, that is me.
That's
the man.
really.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
He bought a car.
Yeah, off.
You love that cut, yeah. What are you going to do with
I
that?
even tried to leave it in a bush at Ruffy Rumble, and someone was like, "Whose card is this?" I had to own up.
So
and be like,
anyone out there, there's a cart available on the disc golf scene. If you want the worst disc golf cart possible, hit Matty up.
perfect for Xavier disc golf course. I guarantee you. Guarantee you that.
Matty
yeah.
Faz.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So yeah, we'll be meeting Jeff Halbrin. It is that Matty sold
that's
the
the man.
car. For anyone that's watched the Cataraction footage we put out during the week, Jeff, obviously the man behind Tyre Power Gladesville, who were the major sponsor behind the Cataraction, which happened earlier this year. But Jace, the good news is with us picking up Matty's cart on the way home, it will feel like a tournament. Because Matty's fucking cart will be taking up most of the back of the car.
Rolling around in the back. We nearly lost it on the way home from the last tournament.
In the ute, yeah. Not ute-friendly cart.
Matty Faz. It's not just,
I wish we fucking lost it.
it's just not Matty friendly, actually.
And last of all, the man who texted his Valentine, "Hey you, I'm ranked 31 in the world for Disc Golf Masters, aged 40 to 49. What have you ever done with your life?"
That's impressive.
I mean,
Super. I was ranked higher than Tim Ware, I remember.
You were. Actually, I've got the screenshots here.
You do?
So yeah, there it is, right there,
Just
Sandbaggers.
ignore the rest of the information on there.
Well,
Oh,
he's
Jay.
now at 129,
Oh.
right? So he was 31 on Valentine's Day. But end of the month, he ended up at 129. But Jace, the really good news here is my cursor is not on the screen. But the really good news here, mate, is if we bring in Tim Ware, Tim Ware's 157.
look out.
Yes,
and
got
I'll
you,
just-
Timmy.
Yeah, we'll just there we go.
How's that 105 points of rating difference for you, Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll get to hear from him later on the show. You know, we've got him
Well,
already.
yeah, Tim Ware is waiting in the guest suite here,
Yeah.
enjoying a
You're not a
Snapple?
master, mate. You wouldn't understand.
Why? He's got a higher rating than you. Why is he lowly ranked?
because
Because it goes on this year
it's the tournaments you play and the ratings of the rounds average so that it takes
against
the
the
top.
other masters.
Yeah.
You'll work it out, but thank you for revealing to the world that I am also over 40. Thank you very much for that.
Well, you're welcome, mate.
Which
Anyone
I'm
that's-
very lucky about at the moment, but we'll get to that later.
We will. It's come up trumps for you. So before we go any further, Sandbaggers, to help us keep getting around the country, make sure you hit the like button, share this feed to your disc golf mates, and make sure you subscribe to us on all available platforms because we have them all: Instagram, YouTube, and probably a couple others that we forget to use regularly. It would also be remiss of us to go any further without mentioning the huge support of Guff Ballarat has provided us throughout
Guff.
the last year.
Very much.
Australia's premier disc golf bricks and mortar disc golf store.
Well, Australia's first.
How many times can you say disc golf in one sentence? There?
Australia's premier disc golf bricks and mortar store.
that was only one. I think you can try.
Disc
another.
golf.
Yeah, there we go. Better.
But they support the clubhouse. They support our coverage. They support us in our gaming habits and all the good people of Ballarat to have somewhere to go, buy frisbees and play board games, etc. Roll dice and all of those sort of things. We haven't got into Guff recently, boys. But have you seen anything you might like when you've been in Guff recently, or bought any board games? Any board games you're after?
No, I haven't bought any board games I'm after, but there is a frisbee that I was introduced to by Chris Scott on the weekend called a range. I want to go to Guff and get one of them.
What's a range? Let me guess, Matty. It's a straight flying
Straight
putter.
flying mid.
Well, it's a Berg, but it's made by Axiom, I believe.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
made by Streamline. It's a Berg and it's slightly understable.
Is that the Eagle McMahon one?
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he had a half decent finish at an event
Weird eagle.
recently.
Yeah, nice. Well
We'll
done
get
on him
onto
for
that
finishing.
later.
Well done on him for finishing. I can't wait to hear more from Eagle McMahon. All right. We do have. Before we go on any further, I did notice something during the week that I want to bring up and get you guys' take on. Right. Someone, Facebook removed GIFs, the ability to put GIFs and videos up in your profile picture, if we remember, right?
Right.
Yeah. So somehow, what's happened here is Ryan Michelle. Now, Ryan Michelle's figured it out. If you just wait, this is actually a GIF. Just
We
wait.
love Ryan. Come
Just
on.
wait. It'll move eventually.
He's too far through his follow through for that,
All
Some of
right.
the best form in Australian disc golf, guys. We can't trash him for that.
No, he's a lovely man, Ryan. We do enjoy having Ryan Michelle on our cards. But yeah, I thought that was very clever of him. Before we go any further, and our first segment of the night, he's back for the year. He's trawled the deepest, darkest areas of the internet, so you don't have to, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else.
Ugly Matty.
You should see the original photo.
eh? Oh,
Got
oh, we're in.
it. Matty Faz.
Yes.
Welcome back to the second Media Watch for 2025. It's not going to get much better than that incredible shot of Kyle. I'm just going to preface the segment by saying that. But the first piece I've got here, and you boys know how much I detest needless disc golf equipment,
Cart.
Cart.
except the quality Zuka cart, I hope. No, there's just too many disc golf related items that don't need to exist, and I'm going to go through a few of them with you guys now, and I just love your opinion on whether you'd actually buy any of this crap. The first one we've got here, and this isn't photoshopped or Canva or anything, these are available. They're called Safari Knockers. Okay, and I guess what they've done here is basically branded and patented a collapsible stick with a base. That's all they've done there. I can understand how these might be useful for like your Chris and Ryan Hart types who like to play a pop-up course maybe 4 or 5 times before it actually pops up. But outside of that, who are buying these? Ruben Berg comes to
Oh,
mind. I
Rubenberg's
guess.
got his own.
Rubenberg made his own. That's the thing. Rubenberg is what is a star picket and a piece of PVC
And I
pipe.
think anyone with just a smidgen of a creative brain could make their own.
Well, I like the fact that the guy on the right, he's got his work boots on. He's got his full Carhartt, work shirt and and chinos, but he still had to buy a fucking stick, screwed it into a bit of wood, hasn't he?
He didn't have the craftsmanship to make his own. No. Safari
The
Knockers.
guy though that's got a grip bag. He can afford a basket.
Let us know if you'd buy the Safari Knockers in the comments. They do not need to exist. All right, the next one we've got here.
I must
it's,
admit, Matty, I was concerned about the direction of this segment when you mentioned Safari Knockers.
Look, I let the term knockers go. We're not past 9 o'clock yet, so I'm keeping things PG.
You waited till 9
actually-
o'clock?
Oh yeah. I know this is
Far out.
this is a family-friendly show, isn't it?
Actually, I'm just sort of like I see how this works now. Like the stick bits go in the umbrella hole, and the bottom part sits in the disc section.
Yeah.
That's quite clever, actually, when you think about it. Completely fucking unnecessary, but at least they've thought through the design. Anyway, Matty, sorry.
Are you going to buy one?
No,
Thank fuck.
I got a
All right.
stick.
So next up, we have a major department store, I think it's Big W or Kmart, trying to cash in on the disc golf boom about 4 years too late. Check out this garbage. For $29.
That's
you
got to
can
be
get-
Kmart.
It's 100% Kmart. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be an Anko. Must be an Anko disc golf basket. Look, it could probably catch better than a Rad Birdie Light. And Roland Weber would love these gum putt frisbees that you get with them. If you can see you can see the discs that come with them. I mean, that is something that resembles a soggy biscuit. Let's be honest.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Matty, you're about to go on school camp. I'm sorry, mate. We can't.
Sorry,
Yeah, well, that's trash.
that's
You're supposed to get it in the basket.
Like that.
I don't know.
So do you
like-
get it? So you have to. If you hit one of the chain, what's representing chains, it just bounces out.
I want to
believe
get
it's-
one.
I believe it's like an elastic, elastic bits of string going from the basket.
I'm sorry, but $29 for that is way too much.
Yeah, but
It looks like Maddie
Why is there
gets
a
stuck in it trying to retrieve a disc. by the way.
Why is there a target on top
that's
of
what
it?
I'm wondering. Why is there a target on top of it?
So you can
Yeah.
range find it.
Just
actually.
got it. They've just got it all wrong. I'm sorry.
It's not even close. I don't know what
Yeah.
they're doing, but
They're not
good
even
to
wearing
see.
disc golf apparel.
Those shoes are way too wide.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're James Meddings, you're not
Meddings, I was
wearing, you're not wearing jeans
Or
on the
Jacob
disc golf
Cruder.
She's got, I mean, her form. She's got decent form though. Like the hands splayed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's shaking hands with the pole. We coached
Yeah.
that at the
He's-
come and try days.
It'd be a courtesy violation on Dad though, wouldn't it? He's far too close.
Is he?
It looks
Dad?
it looks like Matty Faz filming TCam, just all up in that personal space.
That's when you let me get TCam one day.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, obviously that's a resounding no on
Yeah, that's shit.
the disc golf set from Kmart there.
We've just had in the comments Frosty saying I'd hit that 10 out of 10 times. So I think for Sizzler we might see these installed. Frosty's just put in an order for 18 of them. So everyone keep
Yeah,
an
it's not
eye
enough
out.
for Sizzler. You need at least 36.
37 and a half. Yeah.
They'll buckle in the sun. Anyways, that was
Good one, Matty.
That was
Keep this fire
Kmart.
He's
burning,
on
mate.
fire.
Keep this
Okay.
fire burning.
This is this is a strong start, Matty. What do you got
Alright,
next for
and
us?
the last piece, I present to you the Heiserline disc golf trainer. And I'll just let what I assume is the primary stakeholder, Anthony Barella, do the explaining.
We're here with a brand new practice/warm-up tool, the Heiserline. It's a disc connected to
Oh, it's like one of those footballs, isn't it? The rebound footy, where you peg it into the
so you can throw
ground.
it as hard as you
Oh,
can.
it's got a parachute on
and
it.
max distance.
You're going to love this, Jace.
No. Some of my shots go like that anyway.
I was about to say,
Jeez, that disc's got some gravel rash.
I sure as shit don't need a parachute to reduce the distance of my shots. And I don't need that confidence hit before a fucking tournament, that's for sure.
That's
It'd be
crap.
funny to try and like plug it onto one of your card mates' discs at a casual round or something.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of the European disc golfers playing in the snow and
Oh,
attaching
yeah.
strings to the
Yeah.
discs. So like,
I mean, instead of buying this, you could just try with my noodle arm and a bad back. It's pretty much the same outcome.
yeah, for sure, Matty.
You better than that, AB.
What do you guys think? Is there any need for that one to exist?
Nope. Nah.
I mean,
Surely
It's-
the net
it's-
is better. Like, I appreciate the net at a
yeah,
time.
but like for your smaller C tiers where there's not a net, it's not bad. Like
Yeah,
I
then
feel
you
like
got-
I feel like this is targeted at Australia specifically.
what would you rather, a practice fairway or 50 blokes at a C tier throwing parachutes everywhere?
Yeah, I mean you make a good point.
My other question is, you're only getting one kind of disc attached to this parachute. I don't think you can interchange them.
Yeah,
I
there's,
see it
there's
as
no
like
straight flying putters, Matty. It's okay.
I
my
see it
real
as like
gripe.
a warm-up thing, maybe. Have a few throw-throughs
Yeah.
before a tournament round or something, but not,
Do you not
something
warm
that's
up
going to...
before rounds?
No,
or-
never have.
Okay.
But unlike AB, we don't have the problem of having to walk 150 metres to get our disc. I'm happy to pop 70
Yeah.
metres, grab my disc
He's
and
trying
come
to solve
back.
a problem no one else has. Yeah. All right, Matty, what do you got for
All
us
right,
next?
let's keep the momentum up here. It is that time of year again, everyone's favourite time of year on Instagram. It's the Team Disconnection unrelenting flood of our feed with sponsorship announcements. As you can see here, now this is actually not even the complete collection of sponsorship posts from Disconnection. I actually took this one maybe 1.5, 2 weeks ago. There were more to come, and as you can see,
It's a plethora.
it's a genuine plethora. And look, I'm really just bringing it up because I'm salty that Tommy from Jindy Disc Golf Shop didn't do it for you and I, Jace. But what really caught
Yeah, he's
my...
missed the mark there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is. Like, download Canva, mate. It's not hard. But one of these posts...
Matty, when was the last time you opened Canva?
Mate, every day in school. It's my go-to make a poster, kids. Use the internet to research insert topic here and make a Canva poster about it. I don't know how to use Canva personally, but they're great with it. I
Next
assume.
time you hear teachers whinging about not getting enough holidays, just remember that little clip, yeah?
No, one of these disconnection posts caught my eye in particular.
Yeah.
I think it's a new team member. I've never met the man myself. If you want to just chuck that one up for us, Ash. Lockie Grind Rod. Now, for years, the most pornographic name in disc golf was Garrett Gerthy. Closely followed by Tim Ware, obviously.
Yeah,
Matty,
of
you
course.
haven't made it past 9 o'clock, mate. What are we
I
doing?
am a massive Lockie Grindrod fan.
Well, I mean,
You've got a vested interest in that,
Look
Mo,
at this
Jason.
man.
he's even got the filthy stash.
And
Yeah.
look at this man.
I don't think he's a.
Well,
He's got an OnlyFans account. I'm putting it out there. He has to. Lackey Grindrod? Lockie.
Lockie Grindrod.
It's a H.
Mate,
I
that
don't
is-
think Lockie's the one that he's going to be pronouncing differently to what everyone would expect, Matty.
Grindrod.
He is 100% walking around going, nah, it's pronounced Grindrod.
No, not on this show, Lockie.
If anyone
Not
knows,
on this show,
If
mate.
anyone knows Lockie, yeah, get us the pronunciation, what he would prefer. We're going to ignore it anyway. we're calling him the Grinder, and that's that.
We'll try and put it, I think I'll try and put something on our Instagram, but Chase will attest to this. That is almost a dead spit for our old man,
It is.
for our dad in the 90s.
It
Late
is.
80s, early 90s, circa Big Ken Wiedner. That is almost a dead spit. We've sent it to our mum and she's gone, holy hell.
Her heart skipped the beat.
Yeah.
It's a shame you don't have a lookalike photo. I would like to see the comparison.
Yeah, I should have put it in there, but I went on living my life. Sorry, Matty.
Yeah,
I'll
Lockie.
put it on Instagram. I'll put a comparison post on Instagram.
Do that.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
anyone knows Lockie, have him reach out, correct us if we're wrong. But like I said, we're not changing the way we pronounce
I want to meet that man.
Right.
My new favourite player.
Lockie, if you've got any like weird messages in your Instagram inbox over the last week or so, just ignore it, especially if the last name's Wiedner.
All right, last piece, guys. Thanks for enduring, everybody. I'm turning my searing gaze inward at one of our own here. That's right. The
Oh,
golden
shit.
tonsils of Aussie disc golf, the Lord of the Lamb Shank, has taken his skills outside of the commentary booth and he's turned them to Instagram influencing.
Oh,
Take
no.
a look at this. Take a look at this.
Oh, Chase. Oh,
As soon as you walk
oh my goodness.
That's actually quite a nice shirt. Can I buy
Australian
one?
manufactured high pressure solutions for you and your industry. Petrol and diesel driven options.
It's got
available in
the
direct
shot's got
me
better
there.
lighting than the clubhouse.
Got
hot
me there.
and cold water outputs.
Probably the best media
Electric-driven
team I've ever worked
high-pressure
with.
cleaners,
It's a high quality
and cold
production,
water,
no lie.
He's done well.
and three-phase. For all you plumbers out there, we've got a massive
Look at
range
those great
of
ears.
JetWave G2 water
That's
jetting
some
solutions.
silver fox right there.
These are available in an array of configurations.
Demonstrates wisdom.
Trailer mount,
Yeah.
as you can see here.
All right, you
but
got me.
also available ute mount.
You got
or
me.
We can fit it to a slide.
As a
To all
man,
those out there, you've obviously
You look-
realised that, I don't make a living out of park media. So I do have to work outside of this gig, believe it or not.
So it's high power sprays you're selling, correct?
Yeah, high pressure cleaners, Matty.
High pressure cleaner. My
And
only...
water jetting options as well.
Okay.
Commercial, industrial, all
hey,
the
you've got your promo.
Give the plug.
No, tell us. Yeah.
I've only got one question. Could one of these high power sprays clean a T-pad after I've shat myself?
with the application of some chemicals, absolutely.
Yeah, mine are nasty.
I'm just really hoping you don't find out where I work.
I'm on it.
No.
All fair there, Jace. Tell us a bit about that company. Was that a paid gig? Had they got you into to just be the man walking backwards? Which, as a man that's done a few piece to cameras in my time, walking backwards and talking's no mean feat. So
No,
tell us
that
a bit
was
about
that was for the company I work for, and that was an all-day
that. You can
shoot.
say their name. It's not the ABC.
All day shoot. It was a 2-minute video.
It was an all-day shoot.
we do
Jetwave.
we do post production in one take. It takes
Yes,
us
so,
2 hours to do a full
If
round.
anyone out there needs a pressure cleaner or has a business commercial opportunity where you need a high pressure cleaning option, come and see a Jetwave. Come and see us at Jetwave because we definitely have the solution for what your business needs.
And could we see Jetwave sponsoring a C tier anytime in the near future?
Possibly. I have pitched it at the boardroom table, of which I sit very close to the end. So, yeah.
Which end?
I've got a lot of pool there, as you can see. So, yeah, possibly you could see him sponsoring a Melbourne
That'd be
tournament.
great. That would be great. That's all
might
for...
even- no, Matty.
Oh,
The Matty. No. I'm not letting you get away with that, Matty.
the hijack's on, is it?
Yeah, mate.
Okay. All right.
Woo!
Yeah.
Stole my bit!
With a guac guac here and a guac guac.
It's good to see it back, even though I didn't have any say in it. All right, I'm excited, Ash. It's not easy delivering this segment.
It's back.
No, mate. I'm just gonna bring that in. Yeah. Oh, so we've got a goose watch here. First time in a while, Matty. And if we just watch in the background there, have a look at that.
Is that Don Carter?
Yes, it is. Who else could it be? watching the skins, what are they? GoPro skins. Bit of a close up there. Bit blurrier than I expected, but we've actually got a double Goose Watch if we watch in the background here. Just bigfooting his way behind the tree in the background there. It is Don Carter Senior, otherwise known as Mark Carter.
It is too. Mark Carter.
Guff proprietor.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lord and
Royalty.
Saviour of disc golf in Ballarat. And son Don Carter have made it onto Goose Watch. So
The double Carter.
Double Carter. I believe they were caddying for, I think, Chandler Fry, and I don't know who Mark was caddying for.
Really?
I believe it looks like Germ's bag.
Yeah, Germ. I think could have been Germ. Who else was playing? KJ and Levi Stout.
Yeah.
I think in that round.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so good on him. The Carters got over there to New Zealand, played a couple of the events. Don had a fair showing, and Mark played as well in the MA50 or MA40, I think, 50. But yeah, good to see him out there and good to see him getting on the bags. And yeah, hopefully that didn't come out right, Matty. Getting on the bags for some top players and hopefully putting a few Guff business cards in there. And Big Germ, who knows, Big Germ might be able to get some MVP onto the shelves at Guff.
Oh, let's hope so.
Yeah, not that there's not plenty already. Look, I did have another thing to bring up here very quickly. I was looking up, just doing a bit of research on the guys on the panel here during the week or during the last month or so, and accidentally Googled, this is sound bad, but accidentally Googled Matty Farina.
Oh, no.
Because, you know, to find someone, you just put in name, PDGA, and it comes up. But I forgot to put the PDGA in. Accidentally Googled Matthew Farina. And I found out something interesting about you, Matty.
It took you to the dark web.
Have a look at that. So, Matthew Farina, not only teacher, not only Australia's second best disc golf commentator, not only Jindy Disc Golf's one of their players, but also a renowned children's author in the US. Matty, how come we didn't know about this?
I think this was one of the. I think I went on this massive bender in like 2015
And wrote a children's book.
and wrote a children's book. It's all Lawrence in the Fall. Yeah. Lawrence.
The Fall from Grace.
So is it?
Lawrence was a gay lover of mine. Yeah.
Is it you, Matty?
Well, is there any photographic?
Yeah.
That's me if I took care of myself.
The facial hair is just unmatched.
Not to mention the arm hair as well. It's
Yeah, yeah.
identical.
Yeah, he's it's pre getting a tax return and getting tattoos, but I was absolutely blown away by that. Sandbaggers out there, if you Google Matthew Farina without the PDGA number, you should be able to find out what Matty does in his author career. But that scared the absolute bejesus out of me when I saw it when Googling. So yes, boys.
Emphasis-
Sorry, go ahead, Matty. You've got right of reply, mate. Go for it.
I was just going to say, Google it, emphasising that I don't want you to put the PDJ number in because I'm incredibly ashamed of my rating and you just don't need to see my page. There's no accolades, there's nothing.
Yeah, so the fake not fake author page, but the author page that's not Matty's, he's probably prouder of that than he is his PDGA page.
I
at the
absolutely
moment.
am.
Yeah.
And it's sad that I have to hitch my wagon to a stranger, but that's where I am.
Well, you never know what Matty Faz has hiding in his closet, do you? And you most of the time don't want to. Boys, before we get to the stuff that matters, have you noticed anything from outside of Australia? The Pro Tour started on the weekend. We don't talk about the American stuff much. We care about Australia and Australian disc golf. But is there anything you've noticed in the Pro Tour event that started over the weekend or anything outside of the country you wanted to touch on before we get to the big ticket item of the night?
I noticed that Discraft and the Supreme Flight Open did some fantastic, how do I say, promotion of the Australian-New Zealand disc golf scene, specifically New Zealand, with 2 out of 2 winners being Tour Down Under members for 2025.
Massive.
And
Correlation, do you think?
I think that's, I don't know, I think they were just tested out by Levi Stout in the MPO field and really just set up for success. What
Yeah.
can I say?
I sort of noticed that too, Kyle, and it was interesting for me because the two winners in the end, you had Ezra Robinson on the MPO. I'll try that again. Ezra Robinson on the MPO side and Ella Hansen on the FPO side after that playoff. But two players that, like you say, made their way over to the Tour Down Under, playing on the elevated courses, the wooded courses, the tight lines, the tough fairways to hit. While you look at the rest of the MPO lead card, you look at Wysocki, Barella, Macbeth even. I think he played, the Shelley Sharp at Fountain Hills. Basically a course that they move the tee pads back and try and get them to throw as far as they can and hit a fairway. So goes to show, coming out to the Tour Down Under and playing in New Zealand rather, hopefully Australia in the future. Maybe it's the right preparation for the US Tour because the courses they played on the weekend not dissimilar to the courses we saw in New Zealand, elevation wise, landing zone wise. So yeah, I thought that was a great little tie-in. Well noticed, Kyle. Anyone else notice anything from the Pro Tour over the weekend?
No, funnily enough, I didn't notice anything.
Jason didn't see
So I
anything.
didn't know it had started.
And I only watched post-production, which I haven't gotten around to yet. So
Wow.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we did tell you, Matty, there'd be
You'll
spoilers
hear it
tonight.
here, folks.
Yeah, look, like we say, not a huge focus on the American stuff for us, but good to see the Pro Tour back up and about. I did notice Simon Lizotte doing a vlog for every day that he's on tour this year, which has actually been pretty interesting to see. He does it he starts in the morning at his Airbnb and, talks through his preparation and which shoes he's going to wear. There was a great part of day one where he sort of went through whether he's going to wear the white shoes or the black shoes and, and all that sort of stuff. It was fascinating.
How did you find that, Matty, as someone who's notoriously well dressed on the disc golf course?
well, I watched Chris Scott's blog, and it sounds like he's just ripped off
That's
Chris
what I was
Scott's
going to say.
idea.
It sounds very Chris Scott, but was that tongue in cheek?
Well, I tried to ignore the
Jason.
painful jab.
Yeah, Jason doesn't let him through the keeper. But yeah, interesting to watch Simon Lizotte and just watch someone prepare for a tournament and sort of see his mindset in the morning versus how he plays and his preparation and sort of all that sort of stuff. It's very interesting.
Speaking of preparation, how did you find watching that part, Jay? And comparing it to your own prepreparation for tournaments.
Oh, look, I have to put my shoes on in the morning too. So, apart from
One at a
that, Lizotte
time.
and I are pretty much the same guy.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even like to practice putt before a tournament.
Nah,
Yeah.
feels ordinary. I've only got so many putts in a day in me, so I don't want to waste them.
Yeah, look, that couple of things happening in the Pro Tour. Couple of players back, couple of players leaving, but it'll be interesting to see how this season unfolds. We've already seen some quite wild results, but we always do early on. Speaking of wild results, we do have a few tournaments to recap, but the biggest surprise is the tournament that hasn't happened yet for us. It's sort of come out of nowhere to us boys, and the announcement of the Aussie Masters to be played across 2 courses in Ballarat this year. It is the brainchild of Jeff the Goat Brunsting and Anthony Bespoke Pearsall. And we have one of them on the line here to tell us about it tonight. Our second ever Brunsting to be on the clubhouse with us. How are they coming out for you, Jeff?
Yeah, good, thanks. The better Brunsting, I think they call me.
Yeah, I think I've heard you call the better Brunsting once or twice, and yeah, we're happy to go with that too, mate. Looking very good there. You've got. I'm glad to see you've gone with the clubhouse theme of having a bookshelf full of frisbees behind you. Love it.
A few glow
Yeah.
rollers and some 3D printing.
Awesome. Yeah, is there a particular one on there that you're particularly proud of?
No, all kinds of lots of Waka Wakas. Up on the shelf there somewhere, there's a limited edition RPM disc that's going to go up for a raffle or auction as part of the Aussie Masters, and there's some good discs up there.
Nice, love it. Well, it's good to see. It's good to see you, mate, and good we could finally get you on after our technical hitch the other night. And thanks for your persistence with us earlier today, figuring out all these glitches. But what we really want to know is tell us how this Aussie Masters works. Where is it? What's it all about? And where did the idea come from?
Yeah, well, the idea probably came from Anthony, from Bespoke, Anthony Purcell. So when we finished up, because we worked together on the Melbourne Celebrates 2023, and at the end of that, I said, geez, that's it for tournaments for a while. And he said, oh, Jeff, I want to talk to you about a Masters only tournament. I said, oh, man. So the plan was to do that in 2024, but that never quite happened. So I talked to him early this year, late last year, and said, look, we've got to make it happen this year. So that started the ball rolling. And then we wanted a place that was had good courses and some place with communal sort of accommodation. You know, we were thinking about Inverleigh, or I know Ballarat was really good because I played the Vic Open 2022 there, and we stayed at Fed Living Housing, and it was just incredible. You had access to the pool and the gym. I got into the gym every day, of course, and basketball. Alan was out there challenging the youngsters, and yeah, just a really good place to hang out, and we've got 2 incredible courses.
Yeah, awesome. You mentioned Fed Living there, Jeff, so they've come to the party again. I know at least one of us on the couch here has stayed at Fed Living in the past. Do you know if there's been any complaints or questions about whether Matthew Farina is coming to Fed Living this year? Because Matty, do you want to switch to Matty?
His face isn't on the board anywhere, so we should be right, I think. They haven't
Australian
given us
disc
any
golf lovable
exclusions.
Larrikin. Come on. Australia.
Yeah, Matty, do you want to just fill Jeff in just so he's aware as one of the tournament directors as what he may need to be aware of when they go to Fed Living next time?
Yeah. What the hell is Fed Living?
The uni at Ballarat where you stay for the Vic Open.
Did they replace that TV that I busted?
Maddie.
Nah, it's a joke. Someone else busted it. Sebastian Williams. Sorry, what was the question?
Jace.
What was the question?
Matty's just been covered. Yeah.
So, Jeff, what do I now? As you already know, I'm actually going to the Masters, and this is a big surprise to the entire disc golf community that I am over 40 and will qualify.
I didn't even
So
know.
we'll be playing. But I've got a question. What do I do after hours? You know, us old blokes usually love a side bet or something else going on. So have you got anything fun organised for after hours?
We've got so much fun. Starting from Thursday night, there will be a cornhole competition. On Friday during the day, we've got some kind of teams event that will be the state of origin, or it's looking more like a country of origin now because we've got a lot of international players.
Ooh, hang on.
Is that a scoop?
I don't know. We didn't know that.
And
Are we losing him?
some- Sorry, I'm just breaking up a bit, I think.
Yeah, I think we just lost you there. But I think before you dropped out there, Jeff, we heard you mention international players. We hadn't heard anything about that. Who's coming?
Yeah, we've got heaps now. That's why this was never meant to happen last week, because there was big announcements that just couldn't be made back then.
Oh, that's
But,
exactly
I think
why
that
our
was
internet
the-
crapped out.
The disc golf gods and goblins in action. But yeah, we've got Simon Feasey registered from New Zealand, and only just about a half an hour ago, Bob Gentile from New Zealand also registered. Bob is playing in MP70, and we've got another legend from England who is actually PDJ Hall of Famer. So Charlie Mead, he's joining us as well, and he is in MP70 as well.
That's it.
So that's
Charlie
fantastic.
Mead.
It's pretty interesting. If you look up Charlie's stats, he's been playing since 1981. And if you look at the only tournament he played in 1981, it was the World Championships in California. And if you look at that list, you can play a game called Spot the Aussie.
Does that mean that
Wait, are you on that list? Is that what
Jeff's
we're
in
saying?
there? Is that what you're saying?
I am not on that
Terry
list. I
Bowles.
was just graduating high school in 1981, but there are some notable names on there, so I'll leave it to people to go have a look.
Yeah, so it's Charlie Mead, 1981 World Championships. Well, Kyle spent a bit of time with Charlie Mead recently, didn't you?
I did. Charlie, he was the chair of the disc golf board for Wolfdorf, so he was responsible for event administration over for the World Teams event in Perth, and obviously really enjoyed his time here in Australia, so he's coming back. So it'll be fantastic to see him play and see
Yeah.
how he enjoys slightly cooler weather.
That's great, Jeff. Were you expecting to drag people from overseas when you?
No, I wasn't, but I did send a special invite out to Simon and was hoping he'd sort of come. He's been around since I started playing. He was at the first tournament I played, which was the Nationals in 2012. He played MPO there and he won it. And then the first tournament I TD'd was the Vic Open in 2016. He came and played and won it. So we need some challengers so he doesn't just come and play and win this one. We need some more MP40s.
Yeah, well,
But
that's it.
yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that he is coming, and we're inviting some other internationals, so there might be some more announcements to be made in a week or two.
Oh, please tell me it's Michael
Maybe on the
Johansson.
tee off. Is that still a
Fingers
thing?
crossed it's Michael Johansson, Jeff. He's my disc golfing hero.
Sorry, you there?
Yeah, you got us?
Yeah.
Matty's had his fingers crossed for the last 10 minutes that you're going to announce a particular player. Matty, do you want to ask Jeff, is there an invite going out, or can you send it, or what do we have to do to get him here?
Please, anything to get Michael Johansson here. My favourite disc golf player.
I don't know. Send him an invite. It's going to be the place to be.
I don't think he knows how to send a text message.
No.
He knows how to send a comment, though, doesn't he,
Oh
Matty?
yeah. Straight down the guts.
So and what about I hear that you've got some massive sponsors on board for this event.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. Since we tried to talk on Thursday, our sponsorship campaign has come to an end because we've sold out everything we have. So
That's
we've
fantastic.
got now we've got Guff and Bespoke working as co-supporting sponsors. So we didn't think it would be fair to have a title sponsor, even though we had a bite at that. Someone is interested, but we had to tell them no, it wouldn't probably work now that Guff and Bespoke are putting so much into it. And yeah, all the hole sponsors, the premium hole sponsors sold out. We've got Parked, of course, which is fantastic, but we've got Physio Cream.
Yes!
And we've got, RPM are donating 2 baskets. The Frisbee, the disc golf store is donating a basket as well. And we've just got heaps of prizes coming from everywhere. So it's going to be a very generous tournament. We're going to build the Pro Pot up. So right now we're guaranteeing 1,500, but I think we'll get that to $2,000 or $3,000 by tournament time. So if you want a piece of that, get in the action.
Well, we're certainly going to be down there. It's amazing to hear Physio Cream on board, Jeff, because
I know. Well, everyone said they had so many different suggestions. You know, that'd be I don't know, all kinds of weird things like funeral homes and aged care centers and Nurofen and all kinds of things. So it's really good to get someone like that. And I've just received it the other day. I've got 650 packets of Physio Cream. So they'll be in the players pack. There'll be a bowl there on the table at check-in. And
Is that just for Ash and Jace?
keep us moving.
That should do day
And
one.
the other one I should mention too is the Man Cave. They've been going crazy. They helped out that Ruffy Rumble, and they've come on board as a huge sponsor. So there'll be a special thing in the players pack from the Man Cave, and also a nice prize for one of the divisions.
that's awesome. That's the sponsor you had for. Well, they're involved in Ruffy Rumble, but also Melbourne Celebrates with those amazing face products, which
Yeah,
I've just
Melbourne
run
Cel-
out of and tried to buy again, but can't find them. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Oh, we might have some lag with Jeff. Oh, we've lost him.
Oh,
Oh, we got him
Jeff's
back.
back.
Yes. You just went OB for a second there, Jeff.
by the ballers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's good to hear the Man Cave's on board. That's Narada's venture, I think, isn't, or he's involved with them. So fantastic to see them getting behind events because Man Cave do a lot for men's mental health in the community, I believe. Is that right?
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're coming on board, obviously. We'll have the flyovers out once all those amazing sponsors are confirmed. We'll get Jaddy and Matty and Jace to commentate the flyovers and get it out so the players Michael Johansson, etc., know where
Selling
those-
point.
where the things are going to be now. Where the course is going to be, and we'll get that out and get some exposure for the event. We're hoping to get there and film it as well, and really get that Masters up and running. And I saw some chat. There is a group chat for the Masters event, believe it or not.
Is it?
They're all on Messenger, yeah.
Okay.
They all type in
But
caps.
they're
It's all
talking
caps.
about it's all caps. They're talking about getting it interstate. Jeff, did I see something about that today in future?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is just the start of things, and it was always meant that it would be passed from state to state. So hopefully
Wow.
next year someone else picks it up, maybe South Australia and Bel Air, or the Cataraction, or we hope to continue the theme of sort of communal accommodation and lots of social activities. So that'll
fantastic.
come into the thing.
Yeah, fantastic. It's some nice flat courses you mentioned there too, I think, which is good for the over 40s. Now, boys, have you got any
Yeah.
more questions?
Well, I was going to say, this group chat that Jace isn't a part of, how many people are in that group chat, and generally how are sign-ups looking? Like, are people at risk of missing out if they haven't started signing up already? What's the go?
Well, yeah, we're capped at 140 and we're at 65 now, so they want to get in soon. Maybe not necessarily, but they should be getting in just to show their support. And soon we'll be making an announcement that we need to have those registrations so we can make sure we get everything in the players pack for them. And we're going to have some really nice things in the players pack. It's not going to be huge because people didn't want a huge players pack, but it's going to be things that you'll treasure.
And that's sensational. And if you are qualified for Masters and you're out there and you're wondering whether you should play, and you want a tournament where some 21-year-old turd who's played 15 seasons of Ultimate doesn't come and start throwing it 100 metres further, this is your event.
That's right.
Jason, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, I'm
Yeah.
We're not bitter at all, Cameron Pope.
Jason's just jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is, and that's bloody fine. But Jeff's probably seen them all come and go over the years. Ultimate players and disc golfers. I think Jason and I, our very first round of disc golf ever, we picked up a disc. I reckon 20 minutes earlier, and Jeff took us around Stony Creek at a Melbourne Disc Golf Club social day, and we didn't realise at that point how fortunate we were, did we, Jace?
No, we didn't realise what royalty we were playing with, but I do remember the first piece of advice that Jeff gave me when him and Anthony Majan gave us a quick run through on how to throw the disc and how to get it coming out. And then just as Jeff approached the tee pad, the last thing he says is, "Don't pay any attention to my form, though."
I've got a very odd form. It can't be taught. and probably shouldn't be.
Oh, Alan's trying his best to mimic it. It's okay, Jeff.
We did have a wonderful
Breaking
round.
glass and skipping stones, I think it is. Breaking glass and skipping stones.
I think that you did tell us that, like break the glass and then piff a yoni or skip a stone with the forehand. We had a bookended social days, Jace. A couple of weeks ago, we got to play with Jeff again at Llewellyn Park, which was wonderful.
Probably amazed by our progress since.
Yeah.
Don't forget his 30-metre throw-in in that wind.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
nuts.
Put that one in
He did.
like it was no one's business.
It's just what Jeff does. Played a few tournament rounds and social rounds against Jeff, and just very hard to get a stroke on him. He can shank it, 20 metres up the fairway, and he'll still put his bloody pee waka waka under the basket.
He beat all of us that day.
Yeah, he did. He had a great round. Yeah, neg one, wasn't it, Jeff?
Sorry? Could
Neg
be, I
one.
think.
Yeah, fantastic.
All right, we digress. We digress.
We do digress,
Surely-
but hey, it's Jeff. It's El Jeff, eh?
Let's learn a bit more about Jeff.
So, Matty, Jeff, you may not have, I don't know how much of the Clubhouse you've watched in the past. When we interview a guest, Matty likes to do a segment we call the Spit Out, which is 5 or so random questions. It could be about anything, but we take no responsibility for the rest of it. So, Matty, over to you for the Spit Out.
Anything but disc golf, Jess. This is our chance
Ash, have
to
you
get...
got the disclaimer up?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I will make one for future.
All
yeah.
good, all good. All right, Matty, kick
My
us
lawyers
off.
are very good. Okay. So this is anything, like, I'm going to ask you anything except disc golf related stuff. All right, we want to get to know you outside of a disc golfing context. So, I guess the question that everyone's asked was Alan a mistake?
Jesus Christ.
I love him dearly. No,
We only have 15 viewers. You can be honest.
And Alan's definitely not one of them.
Well, that's a no,
That was a
mate.
no, Matty.
So Alan was
All right,
planned. Okay.
Move on.
You've done a wonderful job with him. How did you propose to your wife?
oh, now you all know that. In the
I do.
parking lot of a jewelry store in Canada.
Why a jewelry store? Is that where you bought
Well,
the
because
ring?
we were looking at for rings, and we weren't sure if we should get a friendship ring or an engagement ring. Turned out to be an
Okay.
engagement ring.
You forgot to mention it was a parking lot and there was a putting comp on it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I've got no jokes. All right. Have you ever had a drink that you didn't like?
A drink that I didn't like? No.
I thought so. What is your favorite television show of all time?
Oh, good one.
Favorite?
Television show.
Oh. Well, Underdog. You might even know what that is, but
Is that
Underdog. You'll have to look it up.
Underdog. Is that how the theme song for that goes?
It's one of my security questions. What was your favorite show? Underdog.
Jeff, that's not our security questions. Underdog. I've never heard of it. Is it?
And just
classic,
by
is
the
it?
way, my favorite book is Green Eggs and Ham.
Right.
Oh, I know that one.
Is that your other security question, Jeff?
Yeah, I know. We've got 4 more that I won't say.
Okay, we're good. Lovely, lovely.
Ask him what town he was born in.
Girlfriend first, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say that joke. All right, and the last one here, Jeff. If you didn't discover disc golf, what would be your game?
No, probably still hacky sack.
Really? You hacky?
I'd be hacky sacking. Yeah, I did. I don't, but I did.
No offense, but I can't really picture that. Anyway, Jeff, that was the Spit Out. Thank you very much. It was great to get to know you a little better.
No worries.
All right.
I'm glad we're still on air after that.
We'll have to.
Yeah,
bring in a
amazing.
hacky sack. Yeah, you got through that unscathed, Jeff. Well done. We'll have to bring a hacky sack to the next tournament because I tried hacky sack for about 10 minutes in high school. In that era. And didn't ever try it again because I was terrible at it. But I'd love to see it. Love to see an
Yeah.
OG hacky sacker. Yeah.
We'll have to pass the Dutchie and play some hacky sack.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Jeff's on board.
Jeff, before we go, mate, before we let you go, if people want to sign up for the Aussie Masters, how do they find out more? Where do they do it?
Check the website out, aussiebastards.com.au.
Oh, you're paying
And
for
we
the
just
delay,
have
you
we've
don't.
got a Facebook page now too. So find that, like it, share it, and follow it.
Fantastic. Yeah, right. So AussieMasters.com.au. Just put Aussie Masters into Facebook. Hit up Jeff. Hit up Anthony Pearsall. Look it up on PDGA. Find out where the Aussie
Yep.
Masters is. Michael Johansson, if you're watching, Matty Faz wants you here. You can stay on his couch.
Absolutely.
It's all happening. He'll take you to Fed Living and show you his tally, all of that sort of stuff. But anyone over the age of 40, or anyone that's 39 right now and turning 40 this year, can play in the
exactly.
Aussie Masters. A little known loophole. So yes, get around it, Jeff. It's always a pleasure, mate. Wish we had longer to talk to you, but we will see you shortly, I'd imagine. You coming to the Sizzler?
All right? No, I don't think so. I might go to Ballarat this weekend and do some practicing.
Nice. All right, well, we won't be there. We'll be at the Sizzler, but we will see you at the next event, probably a Melbourne Social Day or the Vic Open at very worst, Jeff. We'll be in touch,
Nice.
mate. It's always a pleasure. Until next time, Jeff Brunstein. Park
Park
it.
it.
Thanks,
Mark it.
guys.
Thanks,
See you,
Jeff.
Thanks, mate. Oh, how good's Jeff Brunsting?
I love the jolly little laugh he does at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you get that little laugh after every shot, don't you?
Well, after he throws a good shot, he's
That's great. But yeah, anyone that doesn't know Jeff, I'd be amazed. He got to pretty much every tournament last
He's
year.
an Australian disc golf legend.
He is. He's El
Jeff.
Jeffo.
No one has a bad word to say about Jeff
No.
Brunsting. Alan, on the other hand, but
Yeah.
not Jeff.
Yeah, that's it. But no, Aussie Masters should be a great event. We're looking forward to being heavily involved in that. Matty and Kyle especially, because Matty and Kyle can't play, which is great.
Media team.
Kyle
though.
complained about another 17 years or something.
Try again, Jace.
Is it 15?
It's soon to be 15.
Yeah, right, okay.
25.
You're not far.
Yeah, very soon, actually.
I'll be an MA60 by then.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Masters in May. It's shaping up to be a hell of an event. Get around it. But we do have to turn our focus now and look to the past. Speaking of the Masters, now as February has seen our first massive major of the year in the Southern States, or our first massive event of the year in the Southern States, as well as the Tassie Open. So let's see how those events all washed out. Jason.
Yes, the Tassie Open, the first Australian major of the year. 32 players made the trip down to Wallaby Hill, now second year in a row that Wallaby Hill has held the Tassie Open. It is? We did. Because we went last year.
Second year in a
We
row.
did, the second year in a row. Yeah. I just didn't know there was another year in between.
No, mate.
So, yeah, 32 players. I'm just going to recap your winners now. Starting with the MA4 division was Mark Fahey, or maybe just Faye. So, well done, Mark, over Sam Scott. David Parsons, convincing win over Kynan King for MA3.
The David Parsons project.
Speaking of convincing wins, Kerry Edwards in MA50 must give him a shout out for a 136 point margin.
What?
136 shots.
Is
He
it?
won by
What?
Interesting.
136.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Jason's reading it, not Maddie. So there's no chance of there being an extra number omitted.
Did his opponent have opposable thumbs?
Well, we're not going to name his opponent, but so that's a massive win there and some very high-rated disc golf from...
How quickly into the round do you reckon Carey might have realised he was onto one there?
Well, he's round one. He was 39 shots up after round one. So, might have had it in the bag.
Can I ask what his opponent's round rated at?
Rated at...
Just out of
100.
curiosity, 136 stroke win is something to behold.
Roughly 680.
Yep.
Roughly 680. It was
What did
three,
Carey's
it was
rate?
3 rounds of
9.
27 holes. Like, there was a lot of disc
Kerry
golf
was
being
914,
played.
953, 937.
Yeah,
So
okay,
he
so
played some awesome.
Carey's played some great disc golf. It's like we always say about making 300 against Bangladesh, right? You know, you can make 300 against Bangladesh. You still got to make the
Still gotta
300
make
rounds,
'em.
right?
That's
You've
right.
still got to shoot 900 rated rounds. So,
right.
well done, Carey. We'll give you that one.
Nicholas Hall in MA40, one shot over John Schlobom, a Tasmanian native. Just a one shot in that battle.
I don't actually think he's a native.
He's native to Tasmania now. And he's also Mountain River Finance, John Schlobom. So that's how we remember him.
Fantastic financiers.
Unforgettable.
Sam Rubok took out MA1. And then the MPO scores Tom Bowen.
Why has he got
It says MA3. Tom Bowen. Okay.
Good win, Tom
So
Bowen.
I'm going to correct that by saying that's Tim Bowen in third, Luke Bain in second, and another win for Jindy Disc Golf and Canberra's own Jade Brady. He finished the year. He started this year how he finished last year.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
What else has he won?
He won a lot last year, and then he shot up to like third in the nationals as well. So yeah.
Well, he gets to all of them, and he's really far away from the podium, Jade.
And he's really good at throwing discs. Let's be honest. He's really good at it. So that's what it takes to win these tournaments.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Tassie Open is run and done for another year, and Jade gets his first win over Bainey too. So he loves beating Bainey.
Don't we all?
And Bainey loves Tassie, so that is a good
Bainey
win.
loves his Wallaby Hills. So, yeah, that was the Tassie Open for 2025.
Yeah. All right.
Which moves us now to the Ruffy Rumble, which was last weekend. And it was run over 2 days. Another brainchild of Alan Brunsting, Jeff's son.
No danger of a frill here.
Planned son.
Planned son. Yeah, no frills, as we know. Alan likes to run them.
Well, I mean, I thought there were no frills. Turn up down hole 11 at the Monster. Alan's standing there and turns around to him and says, Ash, have you got your players pack? So what do you mean? It's a no frills tournament, Alan. Where's my players pack? And he said, go over the esky. There's a Woolworths bag full of gummy bears. Grab yourself a packet. That's your players pack.
Fantastic.
So there you go. I didn't know that. All Alan said to me on hole 11 was, "Come on, Jason, you can go to the island with me," and completely goaded me into it, and then pissed himself laughing when I missed it. So that's what he was there for, folks. But yeah, we we had. Now we're gonna start with MJ15. We had this. I saw this kid throw a disc. He's something to behold. I don't know how old he is, but he's not very old. He's very small. How old is he? Do we know?
Is he the kid with the flat brim hat?
Oh, the dude's about this big, man, but he throws as far as you and I. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think
He's
Little
great
kid,
to
longish
watch,
hair.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him. He gets a real good whip crack on it.
Yeah, man. He's just got so much
You should ask him for
Elasticity.
some form tips.
flexibility. Yeah.
It looks loose, but he can control it.
So yeah, he had a as I bring up day one,
I think he was.
because he shot unbelievably. That's why I want to find his score.
I was going to say, yeah, I think he was in the division on his own, but he did shoot very, very well.
Plus 11 for the tournament.
He
So
averaged
9-12.
870.
He had a 9-12 round one.
What did he shoot?
He shot
A 58
a 58 and a 67.
plus 11 total.
Ooh.
For
So-
context, what did we shot like a plus
I think it's
9
like a
day
plus
two.
two.
I shot even day one
Is that like a
and then
plus
plus
two?
4.
Where's the
round two.
siren, Jace?
Oh, you asked!
So anyway, I just wanted to touch on Marcus Davies, because we love to see
Yeah,
young
yeah.
kids getting out there and handing it to us older blokes. But yeah, if you get a chance, have a look at this kid rip a disc, because
Yeah,
it's something to behold. It is really good. So well done, Marcus, for getting out there, and well done on your 9-12 and 8-34 rated disc golf rounds. FA4 was Martelise Volg. I think I'm saying that correctly. I know the Martelise part's right, but Volg, I think, is right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Who is friend of Marcus Vallota, obviously, and has been playing a lot of his tournaments lately. So good to see her still getting out there. Taking out MA4,
FA.
FA4. Well, would she have? No. MA4 was taken out by Paul Baker.
Paul
Cup-
Baker. Oh, go ahead.
Couple of shots over Matthew Mutter.
Which Paul Baker didn't even know he'd won.
Paul Baker didn't know he won.
He didn't know he'd won.
Right.
So we're at the presentations at the end, and Paul was standing behind me, and Paul had no idea he'd won. So they read out his name, and he said, "What? What the fuck?" I don't think he swore, because he's a lovely guy. Wouldn't swear, but yeah, there was two players. I think Georgia Carroll pulled out in MA4.
And yeah, there was another one too. Yeah.
Someone else pulled out as well.
And they hadn't updated the.
Yeah,
Yep.
they hadn't updated it, so they were sitting up the top on even for the round. And so Paul just saw them up the top of the leaderboard, thought he'd come third, and when they called him out the winner, it was a nice surprise for Paul. So
Good on him.
congrats,
Played with
yeah.
him a few weeks ago, Paul
Lovely-
Baker.
lovely fella.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Good dude.
But before we get too far, I've just been informed in the chat that Marcus Davies is 10
Oh, come on. No.
10.
years old.
What does he throw then?
Well,
Maxi discs.
He's
Those
literally a
those
quarter of
minis,
my
those
age.
little.
No, he's throwing big
Dude,
quarter of your
he's-
age and double your
mate,
rating.
He gets some.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
the same rating as me. He gets some twist. Like it's just
Yeah.
Watch it, man. To be young again, get some
Yeah.
flexibility.
I think I've seen him play. Yeah.
Um,
In Kyle's hometown, that tournament.
You'd know. He's
Hamilton.
like he's like
Hamilton. Yeah.
a 10-year-old.
Yeah. I
he,
think I
was
saw
out,
him.
he's out there at Bicentennial for Bald Hill for club championships. I saw
Yeah,
him.
he play, and his dad
that
plays as
might
well,
have
so
been
he's,
it.
he's
Yeah.
getting around a bit. But yeah, well done, 10-year-old Marcus Davies again.
10 years old.
MA3 was won by Levi Norton, who played 2 very tidy rounds of disc golf on that track. It was not won by me, who finished in 8th position. FA2, Kim Michelle, great effort from her. Glenn Maisie in
Yeah.
MA2, 2 shots over Ashley Wiedner. So well done to you, Glenn. You've kept the siren at bay for us for another week.
Still came second in MA2.
Yep, you did. You did. Thank you, Ashley. So well done, Ash, on another placing.
Seamless.
Where were you after round 1?
First.
Okay.
Where were you?
14th.
Good fight back, Jay.
Thanks, mate. The wind really helped me.
I thought I'd try my luck in MA2 and step up a bit, and luckily everyone played terribly in round 1, so that was good for me.
While we're on the topic of MA2, I just want to apologise to Duncan McIntosh for making him watch possibly the worst round of disc golf ever played in round 2. I hope you've recovered. Send me the bill for the therapy and let me know.
I don't think you need to apologise to Duncan for that. But yeah, Glenn Maisie, I got the pleasure of playing with him in the first round, and he wasn't overly happy with how he played, but put in a blinder of a second round and chased us all down. He was on the chase card. So he was coming 5th or 6th or tied 4th or something, and yeah, pulled back a lot of strokes, 4 or 5
Yeah,
strokes.
she got a bit windier in
Yeah.
round 2 on day 1, so it was how you played the wind.
Yeah.
But, yep, that was that. MA50 and possibly one of the most popular tournament wins for 2025, I reckon,
yeah.
early.
Oh, yeah.
Hell of a popular guy around
Yeah.
this golf community. Alex Evans gets up.
Yeah, we'd love
Well
to see
done,
that.
Alex. No one was happier than myself to see this.
You know what this is?
I
It's-
finished on hole 14 and couldn't make it anywhere near the presentation, so I wasn't there, Alex, because I was just cooked. Dave Cannon and
I think they did the presentations before you'd even finished the last
Correct,
hole, I
yeah.
think. Yeah,
But when I saw that, I was absolutely over the moon. And beat a stacked field.
yeah, he did. Well, similar. I think it was
That's
Glenn.
huge.
Doug Adams, Mike Vanderlinden,
Peter Barry.
Brett Bobridge, Anthony Pearsall, Jeff Brunstig. I mean, these guys are stalwarts, and he
Yeah.
just came in and just went bang. I love that for Alex. Love it.
Yep.
You know what it is, Jason? It's the visor diff.
Yeah.
He was inspired by Gina Hill.
It is the visor,
And
you're
it's
right.
the visor.
He's got hair for visors.
Exactly,
too.
yeah.
He's got just a visor hair.
Can't conceal that buff.
It's yeah. I mean, it's got past his busy time of year, Alex, as he spends the late November, early December period as a shopping centre Santa Claus. So no, he's a very jolly man. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in disc golf. He can be a bit cheeky. So Chris Scott, Man in Black, edges him out for nicest guy in disc golf, but. Real feel-good win. Jason and I also got the pleasure earlier in the year, or late last year at the Ruffy Rumble tournament, of seeing Glenn Ralston, I think, take out MA50
And the Summer
as well.
Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
So the MA50s have got some new sheriffs coming
Yeah.
in and just really ruffling some feathers there, which is great to see.
Yeah, especially in the lead up to the Aussie Masters. Alex, Glenn, sign up, make it
yes,
hard
look
for 'em.
out.
Yeah.
Let's move on to day 2 now.
Shit. Have I? Yep. No, I'm good. Yep.
Yeah,
Got it.
I was hoping you had because we hadn't spoken about it. But we start with MA40 and a 6-shot win to Jay Ross. Massive win.
Yeah.
Over
Big
Taryn
second
Anderson. Yeah, so went in about 3rd after round 1. Mm-hmm. And then just had a blinder. Like, was it the hot round?
Oh, Hassel, was it neg 5?
5 under, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't probably because you had... Yeah, for round 2, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was
second
huge.
round, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It was, big for Jay.
yeah, massive win, and well done, Jay, over Taryn Anderson, Dan Bradshaw, and Ashley Wiedner. Now we go to
One.
MA2 was the day before, so that's MA1. But anyway, our graphics guy,
yeah.
we will sort that out another day.
He's got a lot on his plate.
And
does.
this guy's burst onto the scene sometime last year and has been getting better and better and has taken on the MA1 guys. Kalen Haramis.
Big win.
Yeah, big win. 2 shots over Oscar Fehlberg, which is a big win if you're going to beat Oscar Fehlberg at
At
Ruffy Lake,
Ruffy.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Ruffy,
At
absolutely.
Ruffy, Oscar is an absolute weapon.
Yeah, so Penlu in 3rd, and Johnny Martin in 4th
That's
in
huge,
MA1.
Johnny.
That's a big showing from Johnny
What did he
Martin.
shoot?
Even.
Bloody hell, Johnny. Well played.
He's beat Brendan Venton, Thomas Jankar, so well done. And
Huge.
Max Stutz.
Max stats?
MP40, Darren Stay-Smith shot out of the blocks with a 9.
11.
No, it was 11. 11 down first
Yeah.
round.
I think it was a 10:40 rated round.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what Daz is capable of. And he backed that up in the second round by shooting even.
I mean, I feel like we know what Daz got for Christmas, and it's a working putt.
Yeah, well, his putt was, for those of you who didn't catch the Kingston City Classic footage, it was dog shit.
He does change his putting form more than me, though, Darren.
He does, but he's got a very shaky putt too. You just see it sometimes, you're like, oh, it's not looking good.
So Daz has shot 11 down in the morning, and then he's a tradie. So he's knocked off in the
Fuck
afternoon.
you.
He's done all his work before lunch, knocked off in the arvo. Yeah, well played.
Well, did it rain?
Hey?
Did it rain?
Oh, it did rain for a
Yeah,
little bit.
he got rained off. That's what it
Towards
was.
the end of the round, yeah. Well, he was going to play Saturday, but he couldn't because it was, 30,
He got heated off.
35 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, incredible round from Daz. We had some, I don't think anyone shot better for the weekend for the tournament, let alone a round.
Yep, Ryan. Anyway, we'll go to MPO.
Yeah.
And third place, Marcus Vallotto with a 7 down tournament. Dylan Feldman. Good to see you back, Dylan, in second place, 9 under the car, but a massive win, and we've waited a long time for it.
Oh,
Ryan Deere. Great
finally.
to see. The word is he's left his trophy at the where the presentations were. His bag's on the other side of the rotunda, and his phone's on hole 16. But well done, Ryan Deere. Yeah, great to see. Great to see.
It is great to
He's
see.
been plugging away there for a while, and I remember him sort of coming up to me when we were filming one day and just saying, "Hey, Jace, do you reckon I've got what it takes to win a tournament?"
Yeah.
And so it's good to actually see that he's got. And who knows?
Why the hell is he asking you?
Because I'm a sports expert. I'm a commentator. People want to hear what I think.
You did have one win on your PDJ page. I noticed that.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
Well done, Ryan Deere.
I mean, the question is can he take this hybrid form to a course that's not Ruffy Lake?
That is a good
Well,
question.
he does love to bash up Ruffy Lake.
He
doesn't
does, yeah, he really does. It's
so
like
yeah.
it's like Aiden Howard at Bald Hill.
We'll see. Is he playing the Sizzler?
I think he is not. That's why Leo Dykes is joining us.
Okay. That doesn't mean Ryan Deere's not coming. He just hasn't organised his lift yet. So anyway, that was the Ruffy Rumble, another sensational, different layout slightly to what was around last year. But well done, Alan and the crew and everyone who helped him out for that tournament, because it was another success and it's becoming a staple in the Victorian disc golf calendar for January, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah, people really come out to watch that to play that big Ruffy layout, don't they?
Yep.
It's a rare treat, and Alan seems to be able to get it done when no one else can. So really, if you see the Ruffy Rumble come out, or you see a course potentially later in the year on that larger Ruffy layout, it really is quite. It's one of the better courses in the state when we get it all
It's
going.
fantastic, yeah.
So speaking of, we mentioned it a few times tonight. Jace, well done on the tournament wrap up. Great work.
Great work.
But we've mentioned it a few times tonight. On Friday morning, we'll be getting in a car and heading up to the Sizzler.
Yes.
Yes, we're very grateful as Park Media to the ACT Disc Golf Club. And for the ADG for making it financially possible for us to get there. We simply cannot do this without the support of the community. So hugely thankful to the people behind the scenes that help make us possible, help make it possible for us to get there, and also put the value on what we do to make it a priority to have us there. So we're gratefully appreciated, hugely appreciative of that. I am really stumbling over my words tonight. So I'm going to cut to a commercial break before we talk about the Sizzler.
I always stumble over my words. Did you notice he picked up a Michael Johansson disc in that ad?
Yeah, you guys pointed it out to me.
I just saw it then.
All right. Thank you to Guff, and thank you for Don Carter for jumping into that ad. Obviously, get in touch with us any way you can, as early as you can if you have a tournament coming up, and we can let you know how to get us there. No tournament is too small, but some budgets definitely are, so get in touch and we can work with you to get parked to your tournament and get it on the internet. So on the theme of what's coming up, based on what we've seen so far this year, guys, do you have any things to watch? How are your predictions looking? And what are your thoughts coming up to the Sizzler?
My boy Zachary James on his home course.
Woo!
Podium minimum. I don't want to heap the pressure on him. I know he watches avidly. Hi, Zach. Yeah, you know he's my hot pick to be the most improved player for 2025. How you doing, Zach? Zach doesn't watch, does he?
Oh, maybe. I don't
Enough
know.
of the Canberra boys watch to the point where he will be directed.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope
My
so.
prediction at the start of this season was, and he's going this weekend, Ryan Hutt to shoot the highest rated Australian disc golf round for 2025. Is it going to happen at the Sizzler? Could it happen at the Sizzler?
Well, he's got 27 holes a day to do it in.
22.
22.
22 is it?
22.
My bad. I've never been.
Yes. Flyovers came out overnight. The intermediate flyovers just came out, I think, this afternoon. So you can have a look. From what I can see, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, Canberra boys, but it looks a little different to last year. Looks like there's 9 or 10 different holes, different basket placements. So the disc golfers, so of course they fucked with the course that we all like. So can't wait for that. But yeah, 22 holes this year it looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Any predictions for you, Kyle?
I'm going to go into Sizzler with so much optimism and hope and dreams and have them crushed in the first 3 holes. That's my prediction.
That's
Yeah.
sounds like something you should be looking forward to.
Don't
But
worry,
I-
you've got filming. You've got filming.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
I've
forward
got-
to it. I
I've
am.
got, and the only other prediction I have is we love the Canberra boys, and they
To
love
death.
yeah, we love having them on coverage and getting around Park Media and everything like that. But there's something that's bothered me over the last sort of 12 months, and that with these, there's 3. When we talk about the Canberra boys, the Crush brothers or whatever you want to call them, there's
Yeah.
3 guys.
The Canberra Clowns.
Now we see Jade Brady often winning a lot of tournaments, and he won the Sizzler last year.
It's back to back, wasn't it?
I think it was, and he won in a playoff the year before
Against
the
Austin
other one, Austin
D'Alessandro.
D'Alessandro. And Austin is always up and about too. I hear he's back too, by the way. But there's a third Crush brother from Canberra, and I think I want to see him up on the podium. I want to see him on lead card. I want to see.
Frankly, I think that's fair enough.
I want to see Park Media's favourite Dan Frost. I want to see him up and about on lead card for the entire tournament, and I want to see him get a solid placing. Maybe a first or second. Only a first or second will do, Dan. So, because of this, it brings me to my next point. Now, as we all know, at on the clubhouse, my most favourite thing to do is that looks really bad.
It does.
is to and Austin D'Alessandro will attest to this, is to put rockets up people. That's what I do, Matty.
You might be able to lift it into shot so we can appreciate the gag.
That's what I see. So, this is my rocket launcher that I take everywhere with me just in case I need to put a rocket up anyone.
Okay.
So, Dan Frost, if you're watching, because I know that you
is.
probably are, you always are, get comfortable, go and get yourself a nice warm drink.
That's what I was holding it.
Put your hands on the coffee table. Get comfortable. Bend over because it's time to put a rocket up here.
That went so much better in rehearsal.
So there it is, Dan. Don't let me down, mate.
That was a powerful rocket. That was a powerful rocket. So powerful we barely saw it.
I've been told in the chat we've got don't worry, Austin will be there from Jade, and Dan, tell them about what you did to your shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Frosty, can we get some more details? Because that rocket might be misdirected actually.
He's been practicing too many of those 180-meter rollers.
Well,
perhaps.
we'll find out. We'll find out eventually. But yeah, looking forward to the Sizzler
And to the effect
Yeah.
of the rocket.
and the
Yeah.
rocket. Let's see what that rocket does.
I need to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put some Instagram stories on for everyone to see about Rocket Watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to take the shade from. I don't want to put the Goose
Goose
Watch
or
in the
media.
shade.
Why haven't you done that already?
Let's see if this rocket, how much how much power it carries.
Clicks are going beckoning. Yeah.
I'm just having a
No,
look
well-
down the sign-ups there. MPO, big field as usual for the Sizzler. Ryan Deere is signed up. So, yeah. Haven't got anyone.
They did tell us on Saturday that they would see us in Canberra.
They did they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan
You
Deere or
were-
Ryan Hart?
I think you were kicking your bag across the fairway at that point.
Yeah, oh no, Ryan Deere.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so Leo's
no,
been
I
left in the
kicked my
dust.
bag
here.
because I went OB and then threw a terrible shot recovering. But the funny thing is, when I kicked my bag, it also went OB. Yeah, good to see. Oh, we got Sean Dobbs in MA1.
Dobbsy's coming over. I'm keen.
Marlon Gonçalves. Liam Orngle, looking forward to seeing him. Len Penlu coming up to MA1. MA40. Look at the MA2 field. We've got, Tommy Tulip, your boy, is there.
Yes.
Tommy
Tommy Janka.
Jank. Dean Parrott, who I had... I had a good chance I played all 3 rounds of a Sizzler with Dean last year, ended up taking out MA3. So good to see him there in MA2. Javier Araghetti, who can throw a disc a very long way. He's in MA2. Jeff Halbrin.
My boy.
Yeah.
Don't forget in MA3, MA2, sorry, at the bottom, unrated, Doco Cook.
Go, go.
Doco, if you're watching, come say hi to us.
I love seeing an unrated player on a major sign-up because you know that's definitely a fucking ultimate player that has never played a
X-Factor.
tournament before.
Named
yeah.
Doco.
But yeah, a lot of familiar names in MA3. Josh Godby, who I had the chance to play with at the Cataraction, is a man that just plays a very precise game. So Western Park
So
might
who's
suit him.
everyone's tip? MPO tip. Has everyone got one?
MPO tip.
I'm sorry, boys. I'm jumping the gun here, but Jade was right in the chat. No shout out for Dave. Yeah, we didn't do predictions yet, Jade.
Yeah, come on, give us a chance.
Dave who?
Have you? If anyone's watched the Cataraction coverage, spoiler alert. But if you see Dave Perry play hole 18 at Cataraction in round 2 and don't think this man is winning every tournament he plays this year, then I don't know what you're doing.
Big call, Kyle.
I don't know.
I think you can watch any hole from the Cataraction, really.
Well, yeah, but the man's got swagger on the disc golf course at the moment. He's got confidence. It's very un-Dave-like. There's showmanship out there. It feels like watching Austin D'Alessandro play. But he doesn't throw OB that
So
often.
is that your prediction, Dave Perry?
Oh, absolutely.
Safe.
100%.
I'm sticking with my dark horse, Zachary James. He's an ACT boy. He's up and coming. He hasn't played a tournament since championship last year, which is a slight concern, but I believe in the kid.
I think he had a ripper Queensland Open in the lead up to that too.
He did, yeah.
I got a bit of a smoky just looking at the sign-up list there. I saw a bloke play very well on the weekend in the Toowoomba, the Garden City Open.
Oh,
Our man, we've seen him on coverage once at the Queensland Open. Paul Phillips really took it to Luke Bain over the weekend at the Garden City Open. So that's a man that throws a lot of straight flying discs, throws them very far, and his precision might... Yeah, Matty, you won't have heard of him.
He's 973 rated. How have I not?
Yeah. He tends to not play very much outside Queensland, from what I understand. I think he's from up
Interesting.
north. So, yeah, he could be a bit of a
Graceville.
smoky. They won't know much about him. Very unassuming guy. Just walks up and throws a lot of MVP a reasonably long way. So,
Okay.
I remember one shot, Kyle, and it was an MVP disc. I think it was an insanity he threw up hole 2. So don't look at me like that.
I was I know his bag off by heart.
But that's my smoky. Would be Paul Phillips. I
Like
reckon.
it?
Yeah, took it right up to Luke Bain in Toowoomba.
And we all know who I'm on. Dan Frost. Get it done for me, Dan.
Even in spite of this shoulder injury news.
No, he's all right.
Sure.
well,
Take a Nurofen, she'll be right.
I'm not backing down from my prediction, but I think the man that we really have to watch is Luke Bain and see if he gets over his shyness and comes and joins us
comes out
on
of his shell a
lead
bit.
card.
Yep. No, good call.
I don't know. We'll
Fair
see if he gets over his camera prop.
Fair enough.
See if Ash can keep the phone unsmashed.
I have so far, yeah. Brand new phone, and it's just fallen on the floor. So yeah, there we go. Interesting sizzler coming up. It's a pretty fair course, Western Park. Last we played it, so it's going to ask for everything from these guys, and so it'll be really interesting to see what happens. Always looking forward to getting to Canberra. Hope they're going to put weather on for us like they put on for us last year. But I've
How
looked
good
at
was it last?
It was perfect last year, but I've looked at the forecast and I fear not.
No.
Not too bad, but certainly not. And also, it's very late in the show for us to say this, but anyone watching in Queensland right now, thinking of you. Hope you're safe. Hope you look after yourselves over the next couple of days with the cyclone on its way.
They cancelled the footy for it.
Yeah.
What's the bet that the cyclone hammers through the Sunshine Coast and misses Eames's house?
We hope
Just
so.
see that happening. It was like, and it missed one house, and it'll be Eamesy come out to the helicopter waving.
Hey. And in his condition, he could outrun a cyclone. He's a fit man for his
You're a
age.
shit, man. So yeah, absolutely. Queensland got some shit on the way.
Yeah, so hopefully, obviously there are things in life more important than disc golf, and not many of them, but, looking after yourselves in a natural disaster like that is paramount. So hopefully all of our Queensland friends are safe, and we look forward to seeing you in, July?
Yes.
Yeah, July. So, reach out, get us there. But for the weekend, look after yourselves, and thinking of you in Queensland. Alrighty. So, I guess the next major tournament we've got coming up, we don't have much about it yet. There are some sign-ups happening. The Vic Open's happening in Bendigo, which we've already mentioned. We're all excited about it. We're all pumped for it. They've got a working bee on, I think, March 16th in a couple of weeks to sort of start to get the course ready. Bit of a fundraising social day and all that sort of thing. But we're going to do some fundraising too. We haven't quite figured out how it's going to go yet. We haven't quite figured out how we're going to fundraise yet, legally. But we are going to... I don't know, who wants to announce this?
Oh, you're the
I
man
feel,
for it.
feel like you are the man.
I'm okay to do it? All right.
Yeah.
So we film the feature card on day one of every tournament. We normally film MPO only. What we're going to do for the Vic Open is we are going to open it up to everybody in the tournament. We need to fundraise to get there, so we need to make a little bit of money. So we're going to sell tickets to that somehow. We haven't quite figured out how yet. Make sure we can do it. You might have to buy a ticket to the live clubhouse on the Thursday night or something like that, and you go in the draw. But anyone in the tournament will be eligible if they buy a ticket, buy in to our feature card raffle to play on that feature card on day one. You can enter as many times as you like. In fact, please do, Chris Hart. Anyone from MJ15 to MPO can get their way onto that feature card.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
What you just said is
Yeah.
any division, any player that enters
Yep.
the Vic Open
Yep.
can pay an entry fee or
Some sort.
some sort of price that will be agreed upon.
Yep.
And that means that they can go in the draw. They get their name drawn out of a hat. They get filmed by Park Media for round one of the Vic Open.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter what division they play.
Not only filmed by Park Media, edited, cut together, put on, we haven't cleared it with Gatekeeper yet, but put on at least our channel, potentially Gatekeeper, for posterity, and commentated by Jason and Matty Fass.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can have
Jeez, that's a big
That
sign.
is...
your round one at the Vic Open immortalised on YouTube.
Yep. That is sensational. That is something that I would want to be all over.
Yep.
Me too. I'm going to enter. I'd want to commentate myself butchering shots around
I
Bendigo.
mean, I could get a whole year of lamb shanks
Yes, you could.
out of just one of your rounds.
You've taken the words right out of Broden's mouth in the comments. Is this just so you can produce bulk lamb shanks? Broden, how dare you suggest such a dirty, dirty idea?
It is. I'm
That
not
is-
just buying the shanks now, Broden. I'm going the whole lamb.
It's funny because when we spoke about this with the tournament committee and sort of worked through this idea, they said sort of, will anyone pay? And one of the 5 people that I immediately threw out there was, Broden Sherrod will be fucking involved.
I would personally love to commentate Broden Sherrod. But there is I would love to commentate any play. I mean, we
Yeah.
get to commentate a lot of the
I
same
mean-
and film the same players.
Jeez, could you imagine Kate Ashton?
Oh, any of those
Broden
guys.
Sherritt.
That'd be great.
Camila Britansky.
Camila
Oh.
Britansky.
There's some
Alan
real personalities.
Brunsting.
Alan.
Chris Ronalds?
Alan Brunsting.
Maybe we could have a discussion about getting them in the booth to commentate with us on their round. I know
Oh,
I'm
that
just,
would
I'm just
be
throwing that
epic.
out there now. We obviously haven't confirmed that.
Matty, don't start making my life harder, mate.
Just something from the think tank. We've
I'll
done
tell
it.
you what, if I could commentate a David Eames round, I think that would pretty much be my
Sign
hang
off.
out that and see you later. Thank you very much. 'cause
Question in the chat from Jade Brady that we'll address here, asking, so you will film their card. What we will do, Jade, is we will draw 4 people.
Yep.
And that will be feature card.
Yeah.
So they will be dragged, kicking and screaming
A
out of
mixture.
their division into our feature card.
which
for
you
day
can
one.
do.
You can do on day one of the tournament to
Yep.
create a feature card. So you can have
Yeah.
you can have whoever you want on a feature card for day one of the tournament. Obviously, day 2, 3, we will go back and film the MPO division in the afternoon. But day 1, anyone in the tournament we can make up the feature card. So
Yeah.
That's
uh,
massive. Imagine if we get to the point where we're drawing it out and it's like, and winners are Ashley Weedner, Kyle Herbertson.
Well, we've got to at some point
It's
have
just
a
an
camera
elaborate
crew.
ploy.
Like,
Yeah. That's what we should raffle off, actually, the chance to do catch cam for a day.
We're
yeah.
trying to make money here, mate.
But yeah, so that's how it's going to work. We don't quite know the entry conditions yet, but we will let you know through our socials and in subsequent club houses. In our actual, when we were talking about the Sizzler, we forgot to mention it, but we will be live from the Sizzler on
We will
Saturday
be.
night.
hopefully with less technical issues.
Yeah.
And be there in person. Like, watch us clown around. Watch the shit show in person.
We'll
Yeah.
get to that in a sec, but there's a big announcement coming at the live Sizzler.
Oh, is there?
Oh, there is. Yeah.
big announcement. Like it's
Oh.
probably bigger than that one.
Oh, really? Like,
That was pretty bloody big.
Yeah. Well, wait, bigger
Anyone-
than
anyone
me putting a rocket up Dan Frost.
wow,
That was monumental, that.
that was monumental, actually.
Yeah.
Dan still can't sit down.
Has the rocket actually descended, or is it still up there?
It's still in the stratosphere.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's it. We'll hammer out the details with the Vic Open Committee and ourselves. We have got approval to do it, and we can do it. So yeah, all funds raised go directly to Park Media to help us continue bringing you this coverage, getting to tournaments, getting around the country, and all of that sort of stuff. This is expensive. Sorry. I felt like a plane was going overhead here really low. And I live right near Essendon Airport. So,
We do.
yeah, we do. So, yeah, just a little bit of cause for concern, but I haven't heard anything further. So, yeah.
There's been no axings of traffic controllers in Australia, right?
What's that?
No traffic.
No. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that on our socials. How to get on the Vic Open feature card. All funds raised will go directly to getting Park Media to further tournaments around the year. Kyle, is there anything in the chat worth calling out?
There's Kerry Edwards with I just might buy Jay Brunsting 1,000 tickets.
Please do.
Kerry, go for it. Jade Brady, be funny if you pulled them out if it was just normal MPO lead because they paid out the arse for it to make sure no one gets covered.
Yeah.
We urge you to do that, Jay.
please do. That's
we
the
urge
idea,
you to
yeah.
do that, mate.
Jade, if you want to spend more money after losing it all in the ace run at Nationals, go for it, mate.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, go for your life. Yeah, please do. We will share details. Hopefully, we'll have them together in the next couple of weeks of exactly how we're going to do that. We just don't want to get busted and shut down. So we want to do it right, but we also want to take this opportunity given to us by the good people at the Vic Open to raise a bit of money and give a few more people in the field the opportunity to get their mugs and their shanks and their shots on the internet and get commentated and filmed by us. So stay for details on that. But without further ado, where is it? Oh, God. There we go.
Serve lamb on Australia Day.
What do you do?
Go into the next scene, Ash.
Yeah, right.
It's on the pad too.
That's all right. Got it. Get in there. There we are. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
I got so close to getting this right.
Welcome back. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for. As always, the greatest disc golf segment in the free world. It's been a big week because it's the end of semi-finals week 1. And
That is large.
it was massive. It was massive. The response we got was massive, but the results are in. And I can tell you, written down on this rather scrappy bit of fool's cap paper,
Hey, that's my putting stats on the back of that.
it was all I could find.
Don't hold
it,
them up to the camera.
What's it, 0 and 10, Matty?
I can tell you that in a landslide for semi-finals week 1 and going through to the final with a double chance. No, there's no double chance. You're just going through the final. Who did we think? So you had Darren Stay-Smith.
Connor Donnelly.
Yeah, Connor Donnelly.
Yeah.
And you
Had
had-
to be Darren.
So we're kind of Donnelly just throwing it to the right into a tree line thing.
I'm going to be honest with you. Connor mainly got in because of his do.
Yeah.
But it was a shank. It was a shank.
The do was a shank or the shot
And
was a shank?
it was a Blake Houston video. So Blake Houston, biggest contributor to Lamb Shanks in 2024 by a mile.
Sure is.
So the winner, and I can confirm, in a landslide with 67% of the votes, is Duncan McIntosh.
Duncan McIntosh.
Duncan McIntosh will be going through to the final for the 2024 Lamb Shanks. He's the
beat
only one
Daz.
through at the moment. He beat
beat
Daz.
Daz.
67%.
Duncan's always shit, though. That's a rare shank from Daz.
Look, Daz's was pretty bad. It was pretty close, but Duncan just pulled away. I think the Ballarat boys just sort of rallied around him.
Unionised.
Yeah. So well done, Duncan. You go through to the final.
Historical humour, Matty.
It reeks hole too.
And
you know?
I have mentioned before. I have mentioned before in this segment that every time I do, Ash shudders a little bit. That there'll be a prize at the end of the year, and everyone's starting to wonder, what is this idiot giving away? Well, I can tell you, I reached out, or some big names in Australian disc golf reached out to me.
That
they-
sounds more like it.
They reached out to me and they said, this is the best segment in the world and we want our name on this. The first one was my personal sponsor, Matty, your sponsor as well. Jindy Disc Golf Shops, Tommy Tulip, has pitched in and said, you know what? I think the winner of Lamb Shanks should get a $50 Jindy Disc Golf Store voucher.
How generous.
Wow.
A guy.
That is
Yeah.
serious.
So thank you, Tommy. I mean, not only is he sponsoring, and we haven't mentioned this, but he is named sponsor of the 2025 Sizzler.
That's huge.
First tournament he's ever sponsored. So well done, Tommy.
Yeah,
Just getting
fantastic.
around disc golf. He knows a good thing. That's why he's gone after the Sizzler and he's gone after Lamb Shank.
So
And he's gone after Jason Williams.
because Tommy's sponsoring the Sizzler, all of his sponsored players are going. So you're going, Matty's.
Yes,
Oh, no,
right.
Matty's.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing, Matty? Oh, you're on school camp.
Don't tell the people
So
that.
thank you very much, Tommy Tulip and the wonderful Jindy Disc Golf Store for chipping in with that voucher. So you folks, that's what our winner's going to take home, a $50 voucher. But that's not.
It's a smart sponsorship, though, isn't it?
It is.
It's a smart thing to give the winner of Lamb Shanks a $50 voucher because you know that $50 voucher's gonna get used, right?
Absolutely.
Because this is a bloke that throws discs into fucking water.
But
Water, trees.
Yeah.
but folks, that's not all.
What?
That's not all. I mentioned there were a couple.
How have you managed to get multiple sponsors?
Well, you build the segment, Kyle, and they just gravitate towards you. The big names come.
Seen it
So
happen.
how's the Media Watch sponsors coming along, Matty?
Yeah, look, I've got a lot of emails to respond to, actually.
I'll just hold it for you.
So you might, those of you out there might be familiar with bespoke disc golf.
Oh,
I
Jace,
hope
you
so.
missed the "you're hungry" bit. Put the
Everyone's-
pizza away.
Everyone's heard of bespoke disc golf and what Anthony Pearsall, in partnership with the Print Baron, is capable of and what they do. And they do a lot for Melbourne, but also Australian disc golf. Anthony Pearsall has contacted Lamb Shanks, or the Lamb Shanks head office, via the Lamb Shanks liaison department.
The abattoir.
Yeah. And he has said, look, this is, I mean, these are his words. I don't want to, this is verbatim, but This is the greatest segment that's ever been produced.
Wow.
And I want to get involved. I see you're announcing a winner. I want to donate some prizes. And I'm getting a little chuffed here because I was a little bit emotional when I saw what he produced here. But, I mean, have a look at this. And for those of you who don't know what Bespoke Disc Golf, in partnership with the Print Baron, are capable of, this is a disc that I have in my bag, and that was made by Anthony and his partner,
Michael Troiani.
Michael Troiani. And that's the sort of magic that you can carry around in your bag. For those of you who don't know, that is a picture of Kyle Herbertson when he had long hair and a ponytail, wearing a leather jacket. And I just thought, if I want a disc with a photo on it, this is it.
Yeah.
That was his rock star. That was his
So-
rock star phase.
Yeah, and I've had this in my bag for a long time, and it's pink. So
And-
I think it's just a great disc.
And this is why Jason continues to be reaction cam.
And they were
He's got
they
a
were pretty
debt
good
to be
about it
paid.
too. So Jason and I got these made, and I got one. I'll just hold it up just to make sure it's on screen more.
Oh, fuck off.
But yeah, I got one. I got one made at the same time of Phil Morgan, and we just sent Anthony the photos, and he figured out how to do it. He cut the backgrounds out. He made it look the way we wanted it to. I had a putter with Phil Morgan's picture on it, and it's recently started fading. I'll leave it outside a bit, but it's only recently started fading. So the disc from Bespoke actually lasted a lot longer than Phil Morgan did in the game. So incredible work. But I mean, I went down to Bespoke recently after we played at Llewellyn casual around during the day. I didn't know they actually have discs in the store as well. They've got a shop.
yet another bricks and mortar disc golf store. So there's amazing things that they're doing there. But forgive me if I do get a little bit choked up as I reveal
Careful, don't put the lid down, fella.
what Anthony Pearsall. I'm going to get Kyle to help me here. Produced. Yeah, I'm okay. It's just the way Australia have gotten around this segment. It chokes me up.
Mate, we offered Anthony everything. We offered
did.
Anthony everything, and he said, "I want lamb shanks."
So Kyle's going to hold up a couple of little mementos we have for a few people that have sent them in, the shankers themselves.
Would you like me to go now?
Yep, hold them up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So that's
lamb
some
shanks bag tags.
little bag tags there that we've got. Now this was all made by Anthony Pearsall, so absolutely wonderful job. Designed,
2024 Shanker of the Year.
executed, and that will go to the winner.
And we've got some more of people who are a submission into lamb shanks. This one is I'm a shanker. So for all of you out there who never had a purpose on the disc golf course like Matty Faz, now you're out here competing for bag tags.
And this has been donated, by the way, but we also have, for place getters in lamb shanks, we have these wonderful minis that Anthony's also... we've got one there with lamb shanks with our favourite goat or lamb or whatever it is on the front.
We don't even know.
And
Look at
a
that.
QR code that goes to the shank,
Yep.
to the winner.
How good is that? If ever you forget how bad and shit your shot was, bad, then you can just swipe your phone over the QR code and it'll take you straight to your crap video.
So innovative.
We'll put some pictures of these up later.
But that's
so you
for
can
the
see what you're
place
playing for,
getters.
shankers.
Yep, place getters and shankers. But I must reveal that the winner of the lamb shanks for 2024 will receive that best 2024 best shank disc has been completely designed and manufactured by Anthony himself. And have a look at that. Would you not want that on your mantelpiece, Matty?
God, it's a piece of art, Jace.
It is. So that's what Duncan McIntosh is number one in the running. He's the only one through the final. We have another 3 finalists this episode. And I urge the Park family, the Nuffies out there, to get around and vote for round 2. Because I'll tell you what, we are doing the Clubhouse live from the Sizzler next week. And I can announce that we will be, or I will be, in some special way, announcing the winner of the first year of Lamb Shanks at the Sizzler during the live Clubhouse. How good is that?
Humongous, Jace.
And that disc will be presented, whether that person's there or not.
You've been building towards this for a long time.
I have. So I am incredibly excited about this. But without any further ado, we should get into semi-final week 2 of the Shankers.
Do you want the intro again?
Let's give us the intro. Let's roll into it. Let's get excited. Pay attention because this is your week 2 finalists. This is what's going to go up against Duncan McIntosh.
I'm stewing a lamb roast.
Serve lamb on Australia Day.
That's fantastic. We love it.
Here we have Shank 1 is sent in by Alan Brunsting at the Central Vic Classic. Yep, into a tree. I don't know where else he thought it was going, but have a go. Yes, Alan.
That's on the outside
Called
of the
it.
gap.
Called it. And that is in the stink. So Alan is entrant number 1.
I think that was pre his David Perry lessons.
Yes. Entrant number 2 is one of my favourites. He's a Canberra boy, and this was from the Big Wet
Drizzler.
Drizzler.
I almost like your reaction more.
And this one of Austin D'Alessandro was sent in by Dan Frost with the comment over the top that said, "Ain't no tech disc fixing that." So thank you, Austin. We were completely unaware, but
We can't pick it up in that video, but I think Ozzy actually says that on the way back to the tea
Yeah, he
pad.
does.
Ain't no tech disc fixing that. Yeah.
Now they say in finals the cream rises to the top.
Oh no.
And late last year we got an absolute beauty. This was from the Inverleigh Open later in the year last year, and for this person who's probably not watching, and if she is, she knows it's coming. This was Huss on one of the new holes. I think it was the second or third hole in the new 9, where you go up next to what looks to be a bus shelter.
Yeah.
He went left off the tee
I remember
and had a
this.
second shot to step out from behind the bus shelter. And this is what Huss produced.
Oh,
What is that doing on a disc golf course? Bus shelter.
I was never getting around. Yup. Did it get over? Did it get over? I wanted to see the shot she threw up to that.
it
How
stinks
far
of roller.
How far off the fairway was she to be
Oh,
obstructed
quite a
by a
way.
bus
So,
shelter?
Lamshank fans out there, and that's all of you that are watching, wait for the Instagram. It's an Instagram.
Yeah, I'll do an Instagram,
It'll
Instagram
show up.
post.
Those of you who follow Park Media, get on there, put your votes in like you did last week. If you think any of those are good enough to beat Duncan McIntosh, or even if you don't, there's got to be a winner. So get voting, and we're going to narrow it down to 2 next week and announce a winner for this fabulous prize, along with that $50 voucher from Gingy Disc Golf Shop. So thank you very much. That was Lamshanks for the second last week.
Great work, Chase.
That was huge, Jack.
We've got something to play for, finally.
It was always going to be a prize, Matty. I don't know what everyone was worried about.
Not sure
Because you were the
about
one organising it.
All right, well, that's Lamshanks. That is the finals week 2. We will have, we'll probably have to get them out pretty quickly, actually. We're going to announce the winner.
At Sizzles.
At the Sizzler, yeah. And find out. So I don't know how we're going to figure out the winner, but we will.
I've got something in mind.
Okay, great. So,
Bit of crowd participation, maybe.
right.
Yep.
We'll have to get a crowd at the Sizzler. So, yes, we're going to be there on the Saturday night at the Sizzler. They've got an incredible social event lined up at I think it's called the Western Park Play Space or something, or it's right near Hole 1's HQ. Go to the ACT Disc Golf Club Facebook page, Instagram. They're plugging it. I think it's a $25 ticket. You get to see us. We will be there. Kyle, myself, and Jason will be there. Matty will not be there.
Sadly,
So it'll
no.
probably go a lot smoother.
I'm going on the little train.
The little train, yeah. Well, there's going to be a putting. Frosty's setting up a putting competition out there. There's going to be a long drive happening that night as well. So all sorts of things to distract people from watching us, which is going to be great. But I believe they have a bar. I think they have a bar. Like all sorts of stuff. Rigby will also be. We're going to, in place of Matty Faz, where Matty Faz, who's shot a 13 on the water hole at Mount Gambier, we're going to have a man that shot plus 11 at the Cataraction. We're going to have Adam Rigby joining us to interject with some trivia throughout the night.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Love it.
just everyone, make sure you brush up on his first round of the Cataraction, because that may play a part in this trivia. If you haven't watched it, make sure you comb through, watch every shot. It's a lot of time commitment.
Tape
so just
your
do that
eyelids
now.
open.
You know, get through it. You might win a prize for it.
Yeah.
It's the most incentive you've ever had for watching park coverage.
Yeah. So Rig's going to be chiming in with some trivia. We haven't quite figured out what that's going to be yet. But I will say from the bottom of my heart, if it is general knowledge trivia, you're all fucked because I'm going to be there. But apart from that, we're going to be there. We'll probably do about an hour. We're going to interview some local luminaries. We're going to have to find some. I think Kyle's trying to get Elbow down and a few other Canberra locals.
Yeah, I've got my sights set on Parliament House, so we might
Yep.
go do a drive-by and have a look and see who we can pick up and bring down to the PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation, that's right.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's right. It's still the original PlayStation. They are doing renovations later this year, and next year we'll be at the PS1. So that's going to be good. Or the PS2, I think, if I'm getting them in right order. I'm not a gamer. Sandbaggers, that's all we have time for tonight. That's all we can pack in. We've even run under schedule tonight just. We're going to be doing this show once a month, but we are going to be live at the Sizzler. We will let you know. We'll go to the ACT Disc Golf Club Facebook page and socials for tickets on that. Or I think just tug Frosty on the Discmania shirt at the Sizzler sometime over the weekend and he'll sell you a ticket. But we look forward to seeing you all on the weekend at the Sizzler Sandbaggers. We are thankful to our sponsors. So thanks to Guff for the... Thanks to Guff for their ongoing support of Park Media. Thanks to Bespoke Disc Golf, printing discs and coming on board for Lamb Shanks. Thanks to thanks to Heiser Flight on behalf of me, Disc Golf Warehouse on behalf of Kyle, Jindy Disc Golf Shop somehow on behalf of Matty and Jason.
Yeah.
And until next time, Sandbaggers.
Pockets.
Whoa!
It's actually quite fun.